Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a round in my level 4 700 cost Hyaku Shiki, which I managed to get the level 4 Shrapnel Bazooka and level 4 Beam Saber for. So it's not bad. I feel like it's a little fragile, but that's just because because of, its basic stats. Its melee defense is very low, and in a cost with Sazabi's, that is a consideration. Its beam defense, of course, is very high, and ballistic, I think, is mid-range. But yeah, it feels fragile sometimes, but also it's raid, so medium-sized hit point pool too. But it's just one of those things. It could be stronger, but it does pretty well, as I'm pretty sure I did in this round. So I noticed nobody had taken this point before the fighting had started, so I really should have ducked down into the building or into the alleyway, because we are in funnel country. It was really dumb to leave myself exposed like that, but it worked out luckily. So beginning of the round, most people, if they're not taking the point themselves, they're not really worried about point taking on either side. So the opening skirmish is usually fairly safe. Most people don't go gunning for pilots taking points at that point. There's always going to be one or two, and I'd be lying if I said I hadn't had rounds where I lobbed some cannon fire at people on the deserted city. But there is a Hyaku Shiki full armor Kai, or full armor Hyaku Shiki Kai, just to be specific. And I managed to take it out because it's a support and I'm a raid, so managed to get that new Gundam, so that's 2 so far. Somebody else got that, whatever it was. I didn't get a good look at it. And now the Shrapnel Bazooka, it's not bad. I think the Mark II Shrapnel Bazooka is better, especially in the hands of Barzam, but it's not bad. And you can do a lot of leg damage with the thing. So just waiting to get the kill there, hopefully. Okay, Vulcan kill. Vulcan kill on a new Gundam. Not bad. And I'm just pulling forward because I think there was support fire due. I was kind of hoping to find the former Hyaku Shiki Kai back here, but what I found instead was a new Gundam, which I managed to dodge its funnels somehow. Like, that's kind of an accomplishment, honestly. Yeah, I recorded this after the level 2 Totus Ritter hit, so, and I did, by the way, hit Platinum and get the level 1 Totus Ritter, so all, 4 or 5 of you who have sent in Totus Ritter-related requests, I am now finally able to work on them, so I am working on that as I can, so. It's going to take me a little bit of time to learn the suit, I think, but I'm hoping to start posting them soon. And like I said, I am working on that because I've had some of them since it came out, I think, a year ago, so. Thank you all for bearing with me for so long on that, because, yeah, it just would not drop for me. So when I saw a good, solid opportunity to get it for one extra token pack above and beyond what I usually get, I went for it. I'm not a tremendous whale on this, but I do try and do a 10 spin a week on the new banner just because, well, it's to my advantage to have the new suit to show you guys, so may as well. And, let's see, yeah, I got taken down by a new Gundam finally, but managed to hang in there a lot longer than I expected to, so maybe it's not as fragile as I've been saying. Okay, now somebody's thinking about waypoints, because the enemy has A, C, and D, and we have B. That's kind of a problem, so we'll see what we can do about that. 1, 3, and 5 are up at the enemy base by themselves. Well, they're not by themselves, they're together, obviously, but they're isolated is what I mean. There's no spawn points for anybody else to come from. Number 2 and I are from way back here, and that they're just dead. There's no way we could get there in time to support them, so. It is time. Besides which, we've got this nice Totus Ritter, which has wandered away from its team, and that means we can get some points. So that is what I have done. Yeah, somebody's saying capture beacon, and we should, but we kind of need to kind of drive the enemy back while we're at it, because we are outnumbered, and as I mentioned before, funnel country. So managed to stun that new Gundam a half second too late. because if I'd done it while it was in the air, I think it would have hit the ground. But on the good side, I did get the counter in, slashed its legs, and managed to turn in time for the other new Gundam to counter it too. So that's a couple of good counters. That one did not land, sadly, but thing to remember, which I'm not remembering here, is if you need an instant stun, you do still have your bird line. So that is, yeah, that finally remembered it way too late. But yeah, the bird line is your go-to for when you need a quick stun and you're using the shrapnel bazooka, because it takes 3 or 4 solid hits to, might be as few as 2 if you land like almost all the pellets, but it's not reliable. So let's see, number 2 is taking off to take point C. I get the idea, but I really feel like we'd be better served by all fighting together at this point, since we do have a foothold in the area. Especially since the whole rest of the team's looking like they're going to die. But I'm going to spawn in, and probably that's a mistake, because the team is probably about to die. But if I can get this new Gundam and, you know, get us some points, which I need to do now or never, because the, yeah, I was about to say, the enemy team has finished off my allies and is turning around to come after me. So if I want to be, if I want to get those points, I need them now. And I shifted back again, missed with my bird lime and tackle, which was a kill. So, you know, I managed to get 2 kills before they took me down, which is not bad, I think. I got double my weight in points, so considering I spawned in basically alone against the entire enemy team, that worked out pretty well. And assuming they were saying sorry to me, I always assume people are because, I don't know, egotistical or something. But I just, if I see sorry, I always respond with don't sweat it, especially if I've just died, because if I've just died, it's probably my fault. Okay, we are down by, we were down by like 30 points. We are now up by almost 900. And yeah, so if we can keep that, great. If not, at least it's a close one. Birdlime, the new Gundam, almost caught it with the downswing, but it dodge rolled out of the way. Well, it dodged out of the way. More of that step back, which I like that. And it's a fairly you know, it's a thing basically every emergency evasion MS can do, but I just kind of like it. So, yeah, now we're just trying to make the kills and not get killed for as long as we can. And I am out of feed, which means that new Gundam would have done me a favor if I'd been able to follow up, because it got me back on my feet with a stun. But yeah, we are about to lose by less than 150 points. So, oh well. Yeah, less than 150 points. Matter of fact, I believe the exact number is 88 points. So, that sounds right. So, yeah, we'll go with that number. And yeah, so that was a loss, but like I said, at least it was a close one. I got 5,000 of our 16,000 points. I got beat out on damage, 145,000, and I got 63,000. So yeah, I was mostly the closer there. 7 kills and 4 deaths, which, as I've said before, I don't think is unreasonable for a raid. So yeah, that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! I'm not sure I've ever talked about the AB rooms that show up in custom matches before, but how they work is they're mix-up mode, and basically the B team lets the A team kill them because it lets you get through matches as quick as possible. So that way people can get their wins on days they need wins, they can get their kills on days they need kills, but more importantly, you can also sit there and try for your daily boxes. So, but again, on 2-Win 2-Space Tuesdays, just parking yourself in that room is fantastic. And yeah, it's just really great stress relief to have ways of clearing most days without working too hard at it. So, and I find that because it is vulnerable, especially to melee, the 700-point Hyaku Shiki is really good for those, because it can kill things fairly quickly if it's on the A side, and it can die fairly quickly if it's on the B side. So it's a good one if you for getting the round done quick on either side of the equation.